I really should be writing shit down. I told myself I need to be writing shit down. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk about two things and turn them into one thing. First things first. Um, my friend sent me an article about Dwayne Wade's son, daughter. It's going to be. He wants to be called Zaya instead of Zaire. He wants to be called Zaya. He want to refer to him as a woman and all that other stuff. And Dwayne Wade as a father, as you know, cool. All right, Dwayne Wade's cool with it. A lot of people aren't, and you know it. I seen the comments. It's just, but I don't. This is me personal. Maybe it's just me. I don't consider them homophobic. A lot of people want to call it homophobic, xenophobic, and all that other stuff, but a lot of people are calling it homophobic. Let's start with the Dwayne Wade side first. As a father, he's trying to raise healthy boys and a girl. You know, he's trying to raise a family. Let's just say that. And he wants to, let them be them, let them experience who they are, let them find themselves. He's 12. He's going to be able to find himself whenever it could. Maybe at 12, he wants to be transgender. Maybe by the time he's 18, he doesn't want to be transgender. So, look, some people is a phase, and other people is a lifestyle. All right? That's just it. Yeah. Let him, but him as a father, he's doing a good job. They're in the house, they're in a home, they're happy, and let them do them. And I know a lot of people is like, why are you in their lives and all that other stuff? It's easy. A lot of people live vicariously through everyone, whether they want to admit to it or not. So when you see, maybe even not, it's like, even when you see something like Dwayne Wade's son being gay, it's like, what would I do? They always try to we put ourselves in other people's shoes a lot. So it's just like, how would I feel like if my son was gay? Would I be just as accepting? Would I not approve of it? Would I try to stop him? Would I try to let him be and all that other stuff? People just live vicariously through other people. Now you can't tell them what to do or not, but even when the people was just like, that could be my son. Okay, that's fine, but that's not your kid. All right, that's his kid. He's going to live his life. You live yours. But it should stop at that. So Dwayne Wade, and as far as I'm concerned, Dwayne Wade is doing what I've always said we really need to be doing, as far as accepting people for who they are, because we like to be extra. Because I've always said, I don't think we're the most we have homophobic people in the community. Yes, there are homophobic people in the black community, but I've always, for some reason, I feel like, and I say this a lot, black people are going to be looked at as the face of homophobia, or and all that other stuff, and I feel like there are a lot more other races that are way more homophobic than black people. That's just it. That's just that we're just extra with ours. But their shit is like low key. The only thing, I think that's the only thing, is their shit is low key and our shit is out there. Except for Uganda. You basically, or some African countries where they kill you from being gay. I know there's other white countries that probably kill you from it. So some people just not with it. And that's where I get to my other point. Unless they put physical harm on you, unless they stop your money, or unless they do anything in those regards, I don't think people are just not homophobic. So I feel like a lot of LGBT, sometimes you gotta listen. And let's be real. I don't have to, and this is like, I remember when Ben Shapiro was on some TV show and they had a transgender person in his army, and everybody was like, he was still calling him a dude while everybody was calling him she, and everybody was like trying to correct him. He's like, I'm not doing that. No, it's like, to me, you are a male. So I'm male. You're gonna have to realize that not everybody. And he said, unless you could, and he literally, and I'm paraphrasing, his basically Ben Shapiro's was like, unless you can prove to me that you are a full female, which biologically you can't because you have XY chromosomes as a male. To me, you are a male. You was born to him. You was born a male. Even if you transition over as a male, you can call you can legally change your name. Yes, you can do all this other stuff, but you to him you are still a male, and that's how people are. And to be honest, that's how I am too. But I'm not going to stop you from making your money. It's like it's like what I should do should not like hurt you. It's like if I'm not calling you a woman or I'm not going to date you because to me you're not a woman, that shouldn't stop me. There are men. This is why I always say fuck with people that fuck with you, because there's someone that's going to fuck with you, that's going to like you for who you are, and they're like that's why like I approve of all these gay pride parades, because there are people that fucks with you. They're in that circle that's you can like have long time friendships with. I understand people want like their family to accept it, but sometimes like family could be your worst downfall. I'm like my family is cool, but sometimes family could be your worst downfall. They could be your biggest haters. They could be family could be your biggest enemies and all that other stuff. So I don't me. I've always had this thing. But this is not my family is cool, by the way. But I've seen people whose families just like they're the worst people ever. The people inside your family, they are the worst people ever. And like people still trying to like get love and affection from them. It was like, why? If anything, fuck them and go with people that I always say this, fuck I understand this are your parents, but at the same time, if they don't accept you for who you are, like go you could tell them to go fuck themselves. Go with people that accept you, that will love you for who you are, that will give you the shirt off their backs. There's a community for that. You can start your own family. And that's why I like Pose, because like Pose is like they had their not only just for the good writing, but they had families and all them people fuck with them. All them people that was in that little houses that fuck with them, that cared about them, all that stuff. That's your family. It's like this is my family. Same thing with Fast and Furious. Like we're family. Like we have a bond that other people can be broken. Sometimes, yes, blood is thicker than water, but sometimes it's just like, hey man, some people. You're gonna find somebody that's not in your immediate family that you can call your brother and all that other stuff, or your sister, or your fam. Like fuck with them. I'm gonna keep providing that. Like I'm blessed to have a family that's tight as mine. I would say that all the time. Like our family is just like my family has always been tight and all cool. But I understand that I don't have that. Like other people do not have that luxury. So I encourage them to go find people to go fuck with them. So maybe I probably like to me like I've said this all the time. I think if you a male that transitioned over to women, to me you still a male. But that doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean I don't like you could do. I don't want you to live your life or live your truth. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Right? I may not like half of the shit you want to do, but that's none of my business anyway. Like I'm not going to tell you to stop because that's me going into your world, and like I'm not going to make you go into your world tell you what to do. And the same thing with mine. So with that means, in conclusion, people live vicariously through others. Sex is really complex, and be with people that fucks with you. That could be your real family. Like just live your life, live love and don't harm nobody. I would never say like I know people looking and say just say love is love. I don't say love is love because that's a slippery slope that anybody can use. But well that's a different topic. That's a different topic. But other than that I feel like I said enough about that. And if you agree with me or not, leave it in the comments. If we'll talk about it. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly and I'm out. Peace.